on board Festina Lente, a Nautitech 40 Open.
So I am here on this beautiful catamaran. It's a, well, I'll let them talk more about it, but it's a Nautitech 40 Open, and I'm here with my friends Anton and Antoinette. They're from South Africa, but I want to give a little introduction about them and also why they got into boating, a little tour of this boat. It's beautiful. It's a 2020, nearly brand new. So I'll introduce Anton and Antoinette. Hi.
Hi.
Tell me a bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Well, I'm Antoinette. This is Anton.
We're from Hermanus. I'm originally from Hermanus. He's from
Cape Town.
Cape Town, in South Africa.
Arrow, yeah.
And we decided to live a life that's a little bit less conventional, I guess.
Yeah.
Just to do things while we're still young enough to do them. And I quit my job, he quit his job, we packed up all our things and took a few of them with us, and we decided to come and live on a boat.
How did you decide on this particular boat?
We were interested in a Bali catamaran.
No, well, at that stage, my idea was to just go wherever the boats are and try and find a second-hand boat.
Yeah.
And go for something mechanically sound, but older, you know. And Antoinette said no, she doesn't want to roll. She's interested in a catamaran, so yeah, that's how we ended up with the catamaran. Yeah.
Yes. But the Bali catamarans did look very nice initially. The big fridges and the nice living space. There's a lot to say for them. They are very comfortable.
For day sailing.
For day sailing. But I think we needed something, or we wanted something more robust that we could sail comfortably on longer passages.
Yeah, potentially take across an ocean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how we ended up with the Nautitech 40 Open.
Tell me a bit more, just to backtrack. I think it's always interesting for people to learn about your background and kind of why your whatever brought you to that point of changing your entire background to go sailing.
Oh, we watched one of your videos that taught us the basics. So I suppose, well, there was a lot of people that I think brought us some inspiration. I think you found very early on, the Sailing the Vagabond.
We found La Vagabond when they got their Utrama, started watching them, started watching others, came across your videos, and you're also quite philosophical in your videos about life and the meaning of life and stuff, and I'm also inclined like that, so I keep on asking questions about the meaning of life. And it changes as you grow older, so I felt like while I still have my strength and my health, let's try something different and discover the world, you know. We know so little of it, so here we are, trying to discover the world.
There we go. And what has been your journey so far?
The boat was delivered in La Rochelle, and we only actually started living on the boat beginning of this year. So that was in Port Medoc in France, and we lived on the boat for quite a few months to try and get things, equipment installed, and had quite a long, there was quite a few delays on lots of equipment and installations, but we managed to get everything done, and we set sail on the 14th of August from Port Medoc.
Oh, we only received our Jenica
a week or two before we left.
So it was delayed so much because I don't know why. But.
Here's their journey so far. They started here in France in Port Medoc. They sailed across the Bay of Biscay, then around Portugal, then through the Strait of Gibraltar, and now I've met up with them here in Alicante, Spain. And now that you've gotten a month or two of sailing after you left the port, what are your highs and lows, or what kind of advice do you have for people getting started like you all? Before we go any further, I want to thank this week's video sponsor, Aura. What is Aura? Well, it's an app and a website for your data protection. A quick story. Now, you guys know that I like to travel, and the last time I was in Mexico, I used my credit card at a restaurant, and the next day, somebody tried to use my credit card number to take out their whole family to a dinner at a steakhouse all the way in Atlanta, Georgia. It was full-on fraud where somebody took my credit card info and either sold it on the dark web or gave it to some friend of theirs in Georgia. Luckily, I had transaction monitoring and I found out immediately. So that brings me back to Aura and data protection. Aura offers an all-in-one digital safety platform to keep you and your family safe from identity theft, financial fraud, and online threats. Aura has an app where you can monitor dark web alerts for your data. You can also easily opt out of all of these annoying spam phone calls that we all get. There's credit monitoring, there's a VPN for safer web browsing, insurance coverage, a password manager, parental controls, 24/7 threat resolution from US-based specialists, and more. If this is something you might be interested in, they're offering a 2-week free subscription if you use my link that's in the description. So a big thanks to Aura for partnering with creators like me. Now let's get back to the boat tour. What are your highs and lows, or what kind of advice do you have for people getting started like you all?
Low stuff like we saw the other night. Luckily we weren't involved when that boat dragged anchor and hit another boat, and they started dragging and almost hit us and yeah, stuff like that, the shouting and the drama. I want to get away from all of that. I want to anchor where there's very little people. So yeah. And so that's been a low. And
the turmoil of the Bay of Biscay.
No, well, that's not a low for me actually. That's just part of it.
But I think it was quite a
Like the
baptism
jellyfish.
of fire for our first 2 days.
Well,
on
show
that.
your baptism of fire.
Really?
Show the camera.
Well, it's looking
Oh,
looking a lot better.
Yeah. Wow.
So that says it all.
And what was that? How'd that happen?
This was my second encounter with the jellyfish. Where was that? Calador, I think.
Oh yeah.
In Ibiza. So yes, that was swimming ashore. But
Baptism of fire.
yes.
Can you talk a little bit about the, not just highs and lows, but kind of the reality of what you've gone through versus what you maybe thought it was going to be like, and how that compares?
You're always busy doing something or fixing something, or maintaining something, if I can put it that way. So your free time is, I find, very limited. You are always busy, and it is sometimes tiring, more so than I thought it would be.
Free time has been limited due to our time constraints of the visa. That's the only reason, really. If we were on our own time, we would have taken it a lot slower, taken in a much more of the countryside that we passed on the way, all the small towns, and so just bear that in mind.
Of course. So obviously there's some visa constraints as well. You can only stay in a certain place for so long, but I guess that's everywhere you go. That's usually the case.
But it's more or less what I expected, I think. I expected to get seasick. I did. It went away quickly, thankfully. I expected some bad weather. We've had some, but not that bad, I think. Particularly bad. We've been lucky while we were sailing alone around the coast, Gibraltar, and
we had quite nice weather.
The wind wasn't so great for sailing. We had to motor a lot, unfortunately, but that happens. But it was calm, so it was relatively easy. Here and there it was a little bit bumpy, but not too bad. In the Bay of Biscay we had quite a christening, a baptism of fire, slamming for about 3-4 days. It got better towards the end, but it was so bad that the stuff fell off, the smoke alarms fell off, and that's a powerful magnet, and it came off. Doors flew open, freezer was open, just from all the slamming so violently. But I expected something like that sooner or later, and it gave us a good gauge to gauge other experiences in future by, so we won't be so scared next time it happens. And we weren't. So.
Okay. Maybe we can do a quick walkthrough of the boat if you don't mind, and you can explain some of the highlights of what you really like about the boat, and just the features that you guys have put in and that kind of thing.
Okay, and this is our big open living space. And this is, I think, one of the nicest features of the boat. We have the canvas right around. You can drop it and enclose it when it's cold. But for now, I mean, it's been open for quite a while. But it is really a very, very nice living space. So whether it's cold or whether it's hot, you can really live comfortably in this space.
It's quite protected under sail also. You can sit here even in bad weather and be totally protected, so it's nice.
Nice big table. Of course, also inside we have a nice big table for when it's really, really cold. You can just close the doors and huddle inside.
And you can essentially control everything from the navigation.
Inside,
yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Potentially drive the boat from there, and your view is quite nice.
It's a good view from inside as well.
Can we just step in there and we'll see that area? So obviously the galley.
Galley, busy doing some washing up. So it's a very nice galley, I must say. All in all, I can't complain. Nice stove. You can really get a lot done. So that's also a nice feature of the boat.
And you have multiple refrigerators, correct?
Yes, we have one here, one in the cockpit, and then a freezer downstairs, down below. A lot of storage. So for glasses, we have some space there. Our cutlery and crockery is here. Food stores, and then just sort of under kitchen, sort of under zinc. Polish bin, and so on. Lots of storage here, there, and also underneath the seat. Yes.
Anton, can you tell us about this whole station here and why I think it's so cool to have, you get your gauges and everything right there to see your charts and everything?
Well, the Nautitech 40 Open is not supposed to have this big table. They have a small chart table that fits there, and you can even adjust the height so that it lowers down and it forms a day bed over there. But we opted for the bigger table because potentially it gives a double berth if you lower it. So we've got the cushions for this up front in the bow locker. And yeah, this table also can be turned into a bed. So if need be, you can have a big party on board. On the electronics, you can control everything on the boat from here. So potentially if the weather is bad, you can sit inside here and do your watch, and like we said, the view is quite good from here. You've got a very good view all around, and you can control the autopilot from there. You've got your charts and everything. Everything gets controlled from here, but like autopilot.
And you can adjust.
It's not
on right now.
Switched on at the moment, but yeah, then you can just adjust your degrees from here.
And then you've got both sides of the hull with the cabins.
Yes. Okay, so let's go down below. This is an owner's version. So on port side, you have one big living space, which we are currently occupying, and it's a nice big area here, and then we have the shower over there.
Okay.
So I don't know whether you
Sure.
want to give a quick look here.
Yeah, really big.
Yeah,
spacious.
very
Wow.
nice shower. It's a really nice space to occupy. So
and tons of storage and everything.
lots of storage, some cupboards. So all round, you can just move this, and there's some more space here. So lots of hanging space. There's some more hanging space behind you.
I'll get behind you and see the other side if you want to switch me places. So now we've got obviously sleeping area and some other closets.
Some more closet hanging space.
Wow.
And all of that. Also down here, so lots of storage.
Okay. Quick look at the other side.
Yep. On starboard side, we have two guest cabins and a shared bathroom, shared head.
Yeah.
We currently have all our cushions stored in the bow locker, on the forepeak.
So there's access there to the bow area.
Yes, there's access
bow locker.
there. And this is a very nice, I think, a fair-sized guest cabin.
Yeah.
It has lots of storage here at behind the door, under the bed. And
freezer here is a big
freezers
freezer.
here, and some more storage here. That's our linen cupboard. And some dried food stuff here. And there we go.
So it's a pull-out deal.
Yes.
Just a quick peek in this. It has a shower also right there. Regular head, if you will. And then this is the other guest cabin. Okay, and a lot of storage as well. Beautiful. Beautiful boat.
This is one of our helm stations, the port side. Only the starboard side had throttle, so we had these installed to help when you are docking and you have to dock on the port side, so it just makes more sense. So we can control the engines from both sides. So that's something unique to the boat. And yeah, we find a lot of people have complaints about the dual helm stations and being a little bit exposed and stuff, but so far we've enjoyed them. And as soon as the weather gets bad or the spray gets a little bit too much, you just take 2 steps that away and then you are totally protected, you know, and you can go inside and steer the boat from inside. So
yeah,
I find it quite comfortable. And it's good for docking, obviously, because you've got a very clear view.
So let's check out the deck and on the bow real quick if we can.
Sure. Our solar panels, 300 watt each. We've got the water maker installed inside under the bed, and it's the water tanks are here, so it fills the water tanks up from. Now we store all our fenders also inside here, so it's quite big. If I can show you.
Okay.
So yeah, it's quite big, the lockers. We've got 2 big fenders here and the other cylindrical fenders in the other one, and then water tank on each side. And anchor windows. It's a little bit dirty now because of the grass of the other day. Panasonic wood that needs some tender love and care, but we'll get round to that once we are stationary somewhere now. The anchoring system, the anchor drops out underneath here, and we're attached with a bridle to the anchor just to keep us from swinging too much and to take most of the strain so that it doesn't pull on the windlass. But I think we are going to try and improve on the anchoring system and just have it drop from the front, which means that you'll be able to access the anchor from the front to tie on an anchor ball, or even potentially put out a secondary anchor if there's a storm or something. At the moment you can't reach it, so the nets are quite safe. You can't fall through or anything, but you also can't reach your anchor.
Yeah, where the bow roller is for the anchor. Okay. Little wine cooler kind of deal.
Wine cooler on both sides, and then the glasses here in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've got a nice low boom, so it makes it quite safe if you need to go up and manage the sails while underway. There's also a fly breach version of the Nautitech 40, but we opted for the open, so that the boom is nice and low and it makes the sailability a little bit better, I think.
And it's I mean, you got everything from the sail bag and the lazy jacks, everything kind of in one place there. You got the 3 reefing lines.
Yeah, everything. So you can control almost everything from the cockpit.
So let's step back here real quick to the other side and maybe look at that helm station and then some of the areas where the lines come, the halyard and everything, how you can control it with the electric winch.
Well, yeah, we've got an electric winch here. Button is there to raise the mainsail, and also for unfurling the jib. But for the jib, it's easy. You can just pull it by hand. And the mainsail I've done with the handle.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of exercise. It's nice. I like it.
Nice.
But I usually go up and do the sail guided so that it doesn't get caught on the lazy lines and stuff, and then Antoinette just pushes the button and raises the sail.
There. And then obviously this is the other side of the helm. Has everything same as the other. You got your complete chart, navigation, autopilot.
Everything here, yeah. Chain counter, you can drop the chain from here. And this side we've got the swim ladder. And then the shower is in here. When you get out, you can have a nice shower.
Yep. And you've got your big strong davits for the dinghy.
Yeah, they nicely designed, 110 kilograms per davit. And yeah, no trouble so far.
Yeah.
And we've got these boards on top. So
okay, cool. Thanks for the tour. I'll try to edit this to make it hopefully a turnaround quickly, and then we can see it. It's awesome. Okay. Thanks for the tour.
Great stuff.
All right, join us next episode for an overnight sail to the island of Ibiza, where the adventure continues. Thanks for watching.